On tap, Dark Horse Lager. I'm not James Knott, but I am Joby Johnston, and this is your Better Beer Authority. Today we are drinking a local beer, Dark Horse Lager, from the Elevator Brewing Company in Columbus, Ohio. Dark Horse Lager was originally brewed as a contract beer for the famous Schmidt's restaurant and sausage house in Columbus's German village. In 2007, they submitted it to the Great American Beer Festival and won a bronze medal. It is a German-style dark lager with 5.3% ABV and 20 IBUs. Larry, a bartender and supervisor at Elevator, says that it is lighter in body and that you should look for coffee and chocolate notes. It is lightly hopped, and any perceived bitterness is likely to come from the roasted malts. Chef, how we doing?
Great, how you doing?
Not bad. Kind of different from this side.
That is.
Give us a kind of a flavor profile.
Okay. Well, I mean, just like what Larry was saying, it does have like a sweet toasted malt. I don't really get the coffee. I can get a little bit of chocolate, but I get a little bit of a nutty flavor out of it as well. I think it's an easy to drink, flavorful, nice lager.
Hey James,
How's it going?
how's it look from that side?
It's a lot different.
Give us the mouthfeel rundown and maybe like the carbonation look on this beer.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a kind of a light mouthfeel, lightly carbonated. I mean, to get a good head on it, we had to pour pretty aggressively. You can see the color is definitely dark since it's a dark lager, and that's coming from the roasted malt. Overall, I mean, it's a pretty good beer. It's very simple and easy to drink, and you know, it's good for a session beer for someone who wants a little more flavor than you know, kind of your standard lagers.
Okay. Okay, Mark. So this is
How you doing, Joby?
Not bad, man.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, big ears.
This is a local microbrew here in Columbus, Ohio. Kind of talk a little bit about Elevator from what you know about it and how you compare it within the local beer scene here in Columbus.
Excuse me. Elevator is, I mean, as far as the local beer scene goes, was pretty impressive. And for some of the viewers out there, if you look back on the stacks and see, especially when we visited the Columbus Beer Fest a few months back and met with Dick from Elevator, and he had a lot to say about his brewery, and I thought that was really cool because they've made a good name in the local beer scene, and even part of the regional beer scene as well in Ohio. You know, they get distributed outside of Columbus, and they're doing a lot of good things with beer. Not just the Dark Horse. I'm a fan of their Horny Goat as well. So they're doing a lot of good dark beers, I think.
Yeah,
So-
and they're mostly just around the Columbus area. You can't find them very much outside of Columbus. But I know, based on what Dick said, that their bottling is growing very rapidly and that we should be seeing it further and further from Columbus as the years go by here.
Yeah. Essentially, they're becoming a staple in the Columbus beer scene. You know, between them, CBC, I mean, those are a lot of the good local names that we have in beer. Mm-hmm. So I think Elevator is doing great things.
Kind of like a good place to seek out if you're visiting here for a weekend or something.
I would say definitely, if you're coming through Columbus, Ohio, take time out of your trip to definitely stop by Elevator Brewing Company. Go to the brew pub, get some food. I mean, good eats and drinks. It's a great place.
Right. So Adam, kind of going off of that, give us your rating, but before that, I want to find some food pairings to go with this.
Well, I think that the food pairings, it goes really well with what the Elevator typically serves. So anything grilled, really like ribs, burgers, some steaks or something like that, because you can get from that roasted barley, you can get a little hint of smokiness to it, and I think that would pair really well with any of those flavors like that. I give it a 7. Again, it's a really drinkable beer. I think you could drink it year-round. This is a year-round availability for the Elevator Brewing Company. So,
James, going to you. I got 3 questions for you. 1, I want your rating. 2, I kind of want the 30-second rundown of this beer and what you think about it. And 3, I want your rating of how I'm doing as the host.
30 seconds. Go.
I'm going to give the beer a 7. The thing about this beer is, like, if I'm going to go out of town and I want to take a sample of local brew, a lot of times I'm going to take this with me. Now, this beer is good for, like, definitely for average Joes needing an entry gateway beer into craft beer, but it probably will prove to be a little bit too simple for people who are looking for big, complex beers. I mean, this is going to be great at a ball game, or you're watching the Super Bowl and you want to have a couple beers and not worry about getting too messed up. This is a good beer for that type of situation.
So Joe's six-pack is going to enjoy it?
I think Joe's six-pack.
What about
would love this
BMC
beer.
Doucher? Is he going to like it too?
I also think people who generally like stouts and are looking for something a little bit more light-bodied could go for something this, or for like stouts but like a little livelier mouthfeel maybe. And then on top of that, how you're doing as a host, I mean, I would give you a 6. I mean, it's very drinkable. I would go back again for it, but
Wow.
I don't know if I'd buy it in the store.
Censor. All right, Mark. I want to know. We have a lot of viewers outside of Columbus, Ohio, that follow us on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
With them watching this episode and this beer not really being readily available to them,
Right.
What message can we give them about this beer, or just about microbrews in general? And on top, and then follow that up with your rating for this beer.
Had it not been for this particular episode that we're doing, I might not have actually gone out. This is the first time I've had this beer, and I dig it. But had it not been for this episode, I don't think that I would be aspiring to go try this beer, which kind of makes me look like the ass in this situation because it's a good beer. So I would tell the followers that we have on Facebook or the viewers that we have on YouTube, I mean, find your local beer scene. Find what they have that is either underrated, unrated, overrated, and just try it all out. Because I mean, you never know.
You know, I got two words for you, 2 phrases. One, beer tourism. 1, beer trading. 1, if you're coming to Columbus, Ohio, head to Elevator Brewing Company. This is a great reason. There's 3 breweries right downtown. You can have Dark Horse straight from the tap.
Yeah.
And then go to Columbus Brewing Company, and also to Barley's Brew Pub, and to Gordon Biersch. And
That's 4.
beer trading. You can go on to Beer Advocate. Even though you can't get this locally, you can go on to Beer Advocate and you can sign in and do beer trades with members on Beer Advocate from Columbus and track it down that way.
I would give the beer a 6. It's good, not great. I'm gonna have good times telling people about this beer if they ask, but I'm not gonna say, hey, go out and try this beer. It's decent beer. I'm glad I had it.
Okay. That gives Dark Horse Lager a 6.7 on the BBA rating scale. Have you had any other beers from Columbus, Ohio? Have you ever been to Columbus, Ohio? Do you want to trade beers with us? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. James will be here next time, but this time I'm Joby Johnston, and this is your Better Beer Authority.
Better Beer Authority, Better Beer Authority.